Earl Spence does not want the Terrence Crawford fight, right? And there's this notion that Earl Spence is ducking Terrence Crawford. He's scared of Terrence Crawford. Earl Spence, a fighter who had no pro fight. Earl Spence, a guy who had no experience of fighting at, on the main stage, on the big stage. He has had a big fight. I'm talking about the Kell Brook fight, right? Went all the way over to another man's territory, another man's country, right? Where everybody was rooting against him. Everybody cheering against you. Uncharted territory. Everybody is against you, rooting against you. And you defy the odds. You just go over there. You take this big risk. Most people would have wanted to have that fight on their homeland. They would have wanted to have that fight in their backyard. Earl Spence said, "Nah, I'm not scared. I'm gonna go over there." Even though he was off 9 months, like a pregnancy. Didn't fight for 9 months. Went in there rusty. And still beat him. He still beat Kell Brook rusty. After being off for 9 months, after Kell Brook delayed that fight as long as he could. See, I remember, I didn't just hop on the Earl Spence bandwagon. I was supporting Earl Spence before that. I got videos. You could go through the archives to see for yourself. Go to my main channel and type in D'Allen Riggs Earl Spence and just scroll down. Just type in D'Allen Riggs Earl Spence in the search engine and go back to all my previous videos in the archives to see where I was talking about Earl Spence before he got it there with Kell Brook. Stating how he was going to demolish and defeat all these guys in the fashion that he's doing it. Right? This man somehow go over there, wasn't scared to fight a man in his own backyard, but he's scared to fight Terrence Crawford. Does that make sense? A guy who got dropped by Mean Machine. Come on, man. Like, it's like no logic at all, bro. Like, it just doesn't even make sense. And fans don't understand the business side. And, it's people who, like, for example, like I said, if a YouTuber wants to reach out to you, let's say you're a popular YouTuber, you got close to 30,000 subscribers or more, 32,000, upwards, you push at 40. If a guy with 25 subscribers come to you and say, "Oh, well, I want to get in the ring with," I'm sorry. He says, if a guy come in there and a guy with, let's say 1,000 subscribers, 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, he reaching out to you, he want to do a collaboration, and you charge him, and he like, bro, like, how you going to charge me? Like, but you know that there's no benefit. If you got 30,000 subscribers, it's you supposed to be helping one another. Like, what do I get out of it? What do I get out of, endorsing you? Bringing all of my fans, allowing you to get all the fans that I worked hard for. Earl Spence worked hard for his position to be the A side. So I worked hard to be the A side, and I should give up 50-50. And I'm bringing all this to the table. Right? I'm doing the bigger numbers. I'm bringing in the bigger crowds. But I deserve to split that with you. And your resume not better than my resume? Like, come on now. Like, it's not. We got to make it make sense. Like, to me, this is just so astonishing. I just can't believe it. Like, people really think like this. To say that this man is scared of Terrence Crawford or avoiding Terrence Crawford, why would he even... He get in there with Shawn Porter, somebody that Terrence Crawford has yet to get in their face, somebody who comes forward. Let's see Terrence Crawford get in there and go toe-to-toe with Shawn Porter. Let's see if he takes that approach. Right? So somehow Earl Spence, he wasn't scared to go over to the UK and fight a man to where the judges could have been against him. The fans was against him. Off damn months. Take this huge risk. But he somehow duck and turns Crawford.